Create a plan, work the plan, reap the results. I released a video yesterday talking about how the underground scene is literally transforming the music game on its head. People are going from all the mainstream rappers and mainstream artists, right? And gravitating more towards the underground scene. And we need to ask ourselves exactly why. And I identified simple things such as, for example, is the fact that these guys, number one, they actually care about the music and they care about their fan base. Number two, the music is actually good. And number three, they're relatable as well, right? Upon other reasons as well. So you guys might as well go check that video, support your boy. But it's a morning mindset download. And the thing that basically came, right, because I just woke up and then when I went on my phone, right, I saw something from Made You Think. And as you guys can basically see, right, Made You Think posted the fact that SD Kid's rise is crazy, He went from being someone that, for example, in 2024, he had 359 monthly listeners. Now, as you can clearly see, or down here, I even commented myself, we made a plan, worked a plan, etc. So this is something that, again, doesn't even make sense, but it only makes sense if you're the type of person to see things through and actually see things for what they truly are. Then you see over here in this year where he's surpasses 1 million and he's literally one of the biggest to ever come out, the UK at the current moment. So when you now look at it, right, you think about how someone like Sincere, the manager of SD Kid and a lot of the underground lot, he went from obviously working with people like Fredo, then doing his own songs with people, things like I Caramba, for example, it had Young T Bugsy, etc. And he tried that whole move as well, then kept on pivoting. Then I think Made You Think was talking about how there was actually a time where Sincere said to him, like, yo, like, I'm going to get all these underground guys because this is the next wave. I believe in it. And we're going to make a plan, execute the plan. It's going to go like A, B, C, D. This is the step-by-step game. And watch is going to be the next thing. Now, Made You think, but then said how, for example, he actually didn't expect it to necessarily go. Or I don't want to basically misquote what he was saying, but basically, he didn't jump on board because he didn't understand the sound, number one. But he was even more surprised as the fact that Sincere had so much belief, etc., and he executed the plan exactly how it is, and everything he said back then is everything that's happening right now, And it keeps on making me think of so many examples of where that's the case. We talk about, for example, Bouncer. I did a live yesterday, right? I was on live for around 3-4 hours, and I was talking about in the beginning how, for example, a lot of artists keep on messaging me saying, oh, I feel, like depressed, or I feel I can't chase my dreams, or I feel this and that. Oh, give me some motivation. And I just keep on saying to people that, broski, I can't motivate you to do anything, bro. Even you guys that tune into these morning mindset downloads, right, and you're loving it, etc. The most I can basically do is just give you the content, say what I need to say, and it's down to you to actually make a plan, execute the plan, and reap the rewards. Because, broski, motivation is fleeting, it's an emotion, right? So I was just talking about that, rambling, and talking about my experiences. How, for example, I've had mad wins, but also even bigger L's, and I keep on coming back simply because I believe in myself and I believe in working a plan and sticking through to things and trusting God in the process and reaping the results, right? And towards the end of it, right, Bouncer came in. Imagine I was speaking to, because this is towards the end when everyone was like starting to obviously wind down, people were leaving. I think it was only 2 of us in the chat at that point, yeah. I was having a conversation with one guy that tunes into my live every single time. So shout out to the people building the community, man. Trust me. He must have been on the vibe like, oh, like, bro, you got a lot of potential to really do something in this bag, you know what I mean? Why don't you do public speaking? Why don't you switch up your content? Why don't you focus on more so the the clickbaity type of stuff so you can blow up very, very quickly. And then obviously you can start introducing these type of content, etc. And everything he said was right, but I've already committed that, yo, in December, this is what I'm doing, bro. I'm doing every single day a morning mindset download. I'm doing 2 more videos, testing it and seeing what's going on. Do you know what I mean? I can't make a plan, not stick to it. And I'm telling you guys to make a plan, stick to it, and then reap the results. Do you know what I mean? Then we're just talking back and forth. I agreed with 1 or 2 things he said, so I'm going to be incorporating it. But overall, I have to stick to the plan. Now, imagine this year, while it was just us, man, I literally said to broski, like, yo, bro, I'm heading off because I'm mad tired. For those that know, I wake up mad early and I work basically like 12, 14-hour days, bro, every single day, bro. Sometimes even 16 hours, bro. Or even more, bro. I'll be working. Then I was tired. So I said to bro, look, I'm coming off live. I can't lie to you guys. I'm wrapping up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, do this, do that, etc. Just directing traffic, yeah. Then Bouncer comes in the live, bro, and he's like, well, go on, bro, I see you. I I can't lie, I was gassed, bro. I made a snap about it. I was like, bro, you guys, I don't think you guys understand how crazy this is, because I was talking about bro in the beginning and talking how, like, bro, like, he's a real genuine guy, etc. But anyways, someone like Bouncer, for example, we've seen his meteoric rise, and that's literally come through sticking to a plan, trusting the process. I'm doing the exact same thing, right? So for you watching this video right now, the only thing you need to take from this video is that you need to set a plan, stick to the plan, and follow it through to the point where the plan starts working for you. And people start saying, oh, I don't know how you made that, and I don't know how you became fit and did this and did that, etc. Broski, told them, look, I made a plan, I executed a plan, I reaped the results, right? It's as simple as that. There is no other cheat code in this life. There is literally no other cheat code. And outside of that as well, I learned something yesterday. The most successful people, typically, Alex and Mosey said this, right? Most successful people usually, their success is directly correlated with how long, right? And the time horizon they basically view success in. Elon Musk, for example, is going to be the first trillionaire outside of obviously scripture, because if you look in history, there are people in, for example, even scripture, people like King Solomon, for example. Bro, these men were way richer than a lot of these guys right now. But again, people like to rewrite history. I understand, whatever. So in modern history, cool, Elon Musk is going to be like the first trillionaire, right? With him being the first trillionaire, he was talking about he was going to be putting, you know, rockets on Mars or on the moon or whatever from when he was like 3-4 years old, bro. When he was young, he said, yo, I've always dreamed of going to Mars and being like a space kid and being like an Iron Man before Iron Man was even a thing. Do you know what I mean? Then what he then thought to himself was like, okay, cool, this is my long-term vision. What am I going to basically do to reverse engineer it and basically get to that point? So the first thing he did, the first play was PayPal Mafia. He got the guys together, some of the best guys, some of the guys that went on to create, you know, I believe in things like Google, etc. Like some serious hitters, you know what I mean? They got all of them guys in the room and said, yo, this is our project. Let's execute the plan. It worked. They sold the company. All the profits, right? Some of them went off and then just became, you know, 100 millionaires or whatever. Some became billionaires. Some went on to establish their own companies like Twitter, etc. They all came from that. Yeah? But with him, he took a risk. He said, you know what? I still have this vision, this long-term goal. Guess what I'm going to do? All the money I've made from this, I'm reinvesting it back into my vision. And guess what he did? He took the money and invested it into 2 to 3 companies. One being Tesla, one being SpaceX, one being, I believe, the Boring Company, right? And all of them, when you look at how they all work in synergy, people think it's separate. No, they all work in synergy to fuel that end-term goal, which is, yo, I need to get to the moon or Mars, right? So this is how you basically get it, bro. Someone that has a 10-year goal and works the plan and works as if though they're not trying to accomplish shit in year 1, year 2, but up until year 10, but they're putting in that mad work, right? They're always going to be the same person that can only stick to something for 1 year. Then then that 1 year person is always going to beat someone. I'll rephrase that. That 1 year that person that can only stick to that person that can only stick to something for 1 year. Sorry about that, guys. Right? Is definitely going to beat the person that can only stick to something for 2 months. It's just how life basically is. Do you get it? So you guys create a plan. Get a whiteboard, fam. I'm pretty sure in one of my videos I've shown you guys my whiteboard. On my whiteboard, it says, for example, all my goals. Like one of my goals is that I want to get close to the Most High. One of my goals is I want to be knowledgeable and wise and things like that. One of my goals is that I want to be fit because, yes, I'm strong. I've shown you guys in the past, but bro, I shouldn't, I bloat, fam. You know what I mean? I'm a young man and I'm here bloating. I have no love handles, but my bloating makes it seem as if the man has like a uncle belly. It's ridiculous. And what's that down to? My diet, you know? And what I was even talking about in the live was that everyone knows what inherently they need to do to get to the next goal. I know, for example, if I want to get to that point where I'm fit, etc., bro, and your diet. But guess what? It's hard. But with it being hard doesn't mean that it's impossible, though. Do you know what I mean? So everyone knows what they need to do, bro. everyone that tunes into these morning mindsets as well. I appreciate you honestly, man, because this is the community, bro. We're live every single day this month, so make sure to tune in. We're gonna be on TikTok. I'm probably gonna try go on around like 7, 8. And probably stay till like 11, 12. Bro, after like an hour or two, bro, I can't lie to you, I get a bit tired, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're building up the stamina, building up the relatability and things like that. And outside of that, my people there, make sure to share with a friend, because that's how this channel can basically grow, especially these type of videos. You know, share with a friend. Be like, yo, you like what Okiki had to say in this one, you feel like they need to hear it, and then, bro, just share it with them. That'll be very beneficial, fam. Do you know what I mean? Outside of that, make sure to subscribe. We're building the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which is the next video. We post multiple times in a day, so make sure to watch that, my boy.